Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Rob, and behind me is not my 2021 Supra, but actually my 1967 Camaro. So this is my 67 Camaro that I bought. It was actually last year, around the time when quarantine started, sort of my project. Needs a bit of body work, need a bit of motor work and some interior work, and I did most of it myself, so that was actually pretty fun. As you can see, it's a beautiful car. I absolutely love the way these 60s Camaros look, so that's why I really wanted one. This one is a 67, so if you didn't know, if you want to know what year it is, look for this. This triangle, 67 only. 68, 69 don't have it. So under the hood of this one is actually just a standard 350 motor, but I did upgrade it a bit. So I did swap out a lot of the components, new components, such as there and there. I also did add the valve covers and the air cleaner. It also does have a nice intake manifold on top. It does have 𝗏𝗏𝗏 headers, which are pretty cool. They're actually called Day 2 headers. So what that means is these are actually period correct modifications on these headers. And I thought that was a pretty cool little touch that the previous owner had did to it. It doesn't have an exhaust system, so it's not super loud. It does also have mild cams, and you can hear that a bit when it's rolling. I'll start it up later, and you guys can see. So part of the reason I also really like this car is that, the color. As you can see, it's a beautiful red. It's so eye-catching. I always wanted a red Camaro with the black stripes. These are also the Camaro correct stripes. To see how they just stop here and you don't go to the roof, that's Camaro. That means that it's the proper Camaro stripes, not like other cars. To have the stripes that go all the way across the roof. Previous owner did put on these American racing wheels. Usually not the biggest fan of chrome, but I actually really like these. I did go ahead though and change out the suspension. So you can see there, those are Viking coilovers in the front. They definitely give it a nicer ride. And then I do have Viking shocks in the back, as well as leaf springs. Also disc brakes in the front just to make it brake better because you want good brakes. The chrome already came, pretty nice and I guess you could say shiny, nice and clean, as well as the mirrors. And yeah, it's pretty straight. It does have, of course, its little things. It has a couple little scrapes. Previous owner accidentally did that little dent right there. Has a couple of these little marks in the paint. But here's the thing. To me, all this means is I get to drive the car and enjoy it, and not have to worry about getting any rock chips or anything, right? I don't have it, fresh paint where any little chip is going to make me upset or anything. I get to just enjoy it. I also put on this new chin spoiler down here. As you can see, I already broke it, but that's okay because it was only $30. So the nice thing with these cars is also they have a huge aftermarket support, and the parts aren't a lot of money. So it's been relatively expensive, to upgrade this compared to, for example, my 2021 Supra. So why did I take the Camaro out and not the Supra? Well, I haven't changed anything with the Supra for a while. That's why when I go to the meet tomorrow, I figure, hey, I'll take the Camaro. I haven't taken that one out in a while. Supra, nothing new has happened to it. All I've done is I actually just had the roof paint protection filmed. And that is just because someone was nice enough to, have a bunch of cats, and the cats were trying to sleep on top of the roof. So I want to go ahead and protect it from their scratches. But let's go back to the Camaro. Open the inside, you can see all the leather has been completely redone. I went ahead and got the ripped interior, got it all removed. I bought just the leather covers, took it to an upholstery person to put in new foam also. So everything is fresh. I love it. So let's go ahead. Let's start it up. Oh, so before that, let's also talk about these gauges I put in down here. RPM, oil pressure, temperature, and voltage. Everything you want to monitor for an old car like this. Let's go ahead and start it up. There we go. Sounds nice. Let's go ahead and pop the hood. You can see how the motor sounds while running. Also go to the back and you can see how basically how it sounds. Look at that. Listen to her purr. So like I said, you can't hear it too well with the cams, but you still get some sound here. I'll point the mic right at it. I'll go ahead and rev it up for you. Sounds great, right? I do love that I added in the RPM thing. I do think it's so important to be able to make sure everything is running well. And yeah, that's the Camaro. You know, the updates for it. Can't wait to take it to a meet soon. It'll just be nice to take it out and roll with it. You know, it's a very fun car. You really forget how nice it is to kind of, you know, drive an older car. I mean, the Supra, of course, it's faster, it's newer and everything, but there's something to an old school American car that you just can't match. And yeah, that's actually why I love the Camaro. So speaking of the Supra, let's segue into that, huh? So, Supra updates. I was going to order a new exhaust. It's on hold right now because I have a track day scheduled for May 30th. At track, they do have a decibel limit, so I will not be, taken out because I don't want to get kicked off for the exhaust being too loud. So that does mean, unfortunately, it will be on hold. The exhaust I'm going to buy, it's a really nice one. I can't wait to buy it. Not going to give out names yet. It's going to sound really cool. So that's going to be cool. Also, we'll be looking into an intake soon as well. You know, of course, that won't hurt the decibel limit or anything, so that's going to be really fun as well. The Supra actually responds very well to it. You'll get that really nice intake, that air whooshing and getting sucked in sound. So I really can't wait for that. It's going to be a really cool mod to put in. Also because I'll be able to put in myself with relative ease and then remove it when I need to take the car into a dealership or any service or warranty work. I'm looking forward to that. I am concerned. I'm still seeing more and more people every day on Facebook or the Supra groups talking about the oil consumption issues happening to their 2021 Supra. So I'm at 1,600 miles, hoping that, fingers crossed that mine is good. If not, that's okay. So a little bit more about that track day. Really cool. So when you buy the Supra, it actually comes with a free track day. It's one of those ones where you got to go out with the instructor first, and then they kind of let you go out there. After the instructor, of course, teaches you about, track etiquette and the rules and the best lines to do on the track and everything. So that's going to be pretty fun. I'm going to Sonoma Raceway, so I'm super excited. I just really want to be able to, take the Supra out there, learn its limits, learn how to control it best, and just have a good time with it. Let's see, other than that, the Supra, aesthetically, I'm pretty happy with it right now. I'm not lowering it for the time being because, like I said before, it's already scraping on the driveway with that new lip. And that is why I'm very glad I got the cheap lip. I scraped the lip and I'm not even sad. If this was a carbon fiber lip I paid $1,000 for, I'd be very sad about scraping it. But it is not, so I'm happy. And it actually doesn't have that bad of a stance, which is also nice. When you really think about it, it's pretty good already. I remember I wanted to lower my 350Z, for example, just to get it at a similar stance that the Supra is at now. So it's not too bad. Also, when it's rolling, it's, remember the body always presses down a bit, and it looks perfect, especially with the spacers I have on the wheels. So I'm not too, hooked on lowering it just yet. I also do have that replica spoiler I mentioned before coming in, so that's going to be cool. The OEM one already came in. I'm just not going to put it on because I don't want to drill any holes. So it will be cool because I'll be able to compare the OEM one to the replica to really make sure that, it is like a one-to-one copy. So I am looking forward to that. Oh, look for that video as well. That's going to be a really fun one. The Supra, it's an awesome car. I do hope the oil consumption stuff, it doesn't become an issue. I definitely don't want to have to let it go, but we'll get there. We'll get there if I do end up having issues with it. So yeah, that was my Camaro. We got the Supra update. That's pretty much it from now. I just want to put out this video, just put something out there. You know, for everyone who's been subscribing, everyone who's been commenting on my videos and liking them, watching them, you know, I just want to thank you guys. I really appreciate all the help you guys have given to me. Sorry about that. I live near the train tracks. And with that, I just want to say this is Rob, and have a good one, you guys.